Hi, welcome back. We're on day 10. We are on the edge. We've got our scouts out looking for a stable food source, so we're heading out this way. We've also got potentially maybe some leftover food here. Just finished researching heaters and now we're going for lighter scout slides so they're a bit quicker. We are just collecting our steel so that we can get more food because we are 10 food, 33 hungry people. So let's get cracking with that. What have we got? We've got some coal getting gathered over here. I guess that's coal. Last is probably just the rest of the day. Now we did ask New London. No, can't afford it. No, thought I would try it. Our scouts have reached. Here we go. The Shelter Cove was once a convenient place for fishing once until seas froze and a thick snow cap buried everything. Strong winds blew the snow away, revealing remains of fishermen huts. Or food. It's only night. Remains of fishermen huts and tents scattered among the ice. The wood is crushed to splinters. It won't be any use to us. Observation ruins. Observatory ruins. Oh, we've been here before. Select that. There's no point sending those guys back with 9. I wish it would have been nice if New London signed soup or something. And our scouts can reach there. Now, the valley seems to have its own microclimate. It's less cold than the waterfall, although frozen, it appears to have been flowing relatively recently. So good. People were here. Going further into the valley, we find the remains of a grove. A large number of stumps is all that's left of it. Someone cut it down, and not long ago, we found some fresh chips under the snow. Hot springs. Oh, we swap over. Right. We have got full coal. Just try to think, is there anything? I'll go push to those guys there. We don't need that just now because we're getting plenty coming through. Temperature rise, temperature drop. So we'll go up a little bit and then go back down to where it is. How much is freight elevators? 20. Research depot for coal, so that can help just.
It's time to rest. You've earned it.
Need the food. The observatory ruins. Close up, it turns out the building is not in such a good condition as it seemed. The walls are partially collapsed, the dome structure is damaged, and part of it fell inside. The roof dome collapsed a long time ago, probably under the weight of snow. Among the Arctic climate to complete the work of destruction, the Great Storm took the rest. There is nothing for us here. Okay, right, let's send you back Nansen's watch. Hot Hot Springs, a small settlement built under the cover of rocks in which several dozen people live. It consists of several sturdy buildings and 2 large greenhouses heated by hot springs. The gift of life. Amazingly, people live here, and not only do they grow their own food, but they're willing to share it. This enclave of life clinging to a few hot springs was settled after the Great Storm by people from a town which survived with the help of another city. They've set up the hothouses here and planted the seeds, as they say, to pass the gift of life. They gave us some food as a gesture of goodwill, and are eager to trade more in exchange for help with expanding their settlement. Terrific, awesome. Construction team built a trading depot. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So 20 hours. We'll have more food. Trade with hot springs. Now that we found a promising food source, we should form a construction team unit in the transport depot and send them to hot springs to build a permanent trading depot. So what do I need for that? 50, 50 and 10 workers. Well, I think we have 10 spare here. And go for it. So back to that so that we can get steel coming in. At least it's gotten a little bit warmer. Come on. Right, okay, you guys are done there. Dismantle that. Put 5 folk on there, 5 folk on there. Dispatch. So 12 hours. And do have the resource depot on the edge. Oh, zoomed out too far there. Right, our scouts have reached there. Let's go to the windy beach. So it's out that way. There we go, just in time to get freight elevators. Just thinking we should have had 0.2 on the steam cores. I'm feeling we might have some people dying tonight or tomorrow. People are hungry. Captain, some of our people are here to talk about lack of food. They've been hungry for days now and they fear they'll soon starve. They want you to do something. Let's feed them. Let's try and feed everybody within 3 days. Right, our army is closed now. I mean, we could send some discontent there. Build a trading depot. So our people rejoiced and used the food deal with hot springs. We might still have some how to return the favour, but we'll do it on our own terms. Okay, right. Hello, your people did a great job setting up the trading depot so quickly. Now we can start helping each other. We're sending you our surplus food, and we can give you more if you provide resources necessary to expand our settlement. We're grateful if you could also assist with improving our housing and healthcare. That'll do just now. food coming in from New London, some from Hot Springs. Refusal to work. A man assigned to emergency shift has refused to work. He said that he's already worn out and he doesn't want to end up dead like one of his friends. Just get back to work. I wonder if I can do something in a pub. I need your address. Go and just attend. With the problem, help you solve it. Thank you. Pub. Give me the pub. Oh, the fighting arena. To free the administration from arbitrary disagreements and raise the recovery rate of steam cores. From now on, all disputes will be dissolved during fist fights. An organised fighting arena.
Hear me. A new law was announced.
There we go. Two nice spots for it right there. Just scouts to return safely to the city. 17 wounded, 38. Right, hang on, let's. Right, cool. You guys have done that. Let's go out to there and then we'll jump across to there. Other scouts have got the windy beach. Turns out there's no city in the whole. Part of the ice and snow has covered the beach, was carried away by winds which reinforced what is supposed bare rock to underline. This is just a depression region all the way back to the bare rock created by violent winds. One of the more striking testaments to the power of nature's forces unleashed in the passage of the great storm. Tesla City in Shattered Dreadnought. Okay, can these people wait? Probably eat some raw food. Right, freight elevators have been researched, so that'll give us a boost there. Could go efficient burners. Start looking at upgrading people's houses or mixed crews. More steel for that one. Let's go mixed crews just in case that helps us a bit better. Temperature drop. Let's jump onto there. Resources, what we're looking for another resource. Go there.
Brace yourselves. Fold is coming.
Here. New London. We commend you for finding another settlement and making initial contact with our representative. The crops will provide a timely aid to our food security. However, we have to remind you that all external communications and food distribution network are to be handled directly from New London. Immediately cease contact with Hot Springs and hand over the road food you delivered. And that is what? We've got a bit of a revolution on our hand. People are rioting, they refuse to follow orders from New London. No more masters, chance a mob. Enough is enough. A miner waves her mattock in the air. He shouts. They treat us like dirt, abuse our kids, and now they want us to give up our only hope for survival. No way. People have dragged the office workers from the outpost administration and kicked them out of the outpost as they stated. Should we intervene and let the clerks prepare for the journey to New London? So they're definitely going back. People have dragged the office workers from the outpost to kick them out of the outpost as it stands. Should we intervene to let the clerks prepare for the journey to New London? Here we go. New London. You treacherous scum, your outpost officially disbanded and you'll all be tried for treason upon your return. You have 3 weeks to convince us that you've changed your ways and wish to remain loyal citizens of New London. After that, you'll be hauled back in manacles and may God have mercy on your souls. This was New London speaking, over and out. Yeah. But we got food. And we let the people kind of go nicely. Seeking help in Frostland. With the communications cut, there's no way for us to walk back from the brink. Even our people cool down and have second thoughts about the whole independence declaration. We can only prepare to confront what we must assume will be a punitive expedition coming from New London. For this we will need much more manpower and resources than we have, so let's try to find more people in the Frostlands. Maybe there are other settlements like Hot Springs. It's also worth asking for help. Difficult times. Harsh words were said, reckless decisions were made, and we can't turn back time. We should now focus on searching Frostlands in hopes of finding other people out there. Alone, we have no choice against New London. Other than that, we just have to wait for their move. Okay. Okay. So, guess what? We don't need to be sending stuff away anymore. To New London anyway, for outrageously low food. And let's get bunkhouses researched so we can maybe start keeping people cozy. So what's mixed crew do? Steel and steam cores. Right, shattered dreadnought. All we found are pieces of metal trapped in a thick layer of ice. It looks like some terrible force shattered a large metal structure here. The USS Prometheus. Between the scattered elements of the ship structure we find an engraved nameplate, USS Prometheus. So solid remains of the once dreadnought, one of the dreadnoughts used to found Tesla City. The great storm is buried under such a thick layer of ice we have no hope of uncovering it. Perhaps a spring thaw will allow us to get it someday. Take what we can. Okay, and on to Tesla City. The goods station. It's new out there. Okay, and we've got food. Nice steady supply. Let's go and communicate with see, that's a much better deal than New London gave us. You guys are going to the Crumbling Hut. Survivors. More people. I wonder if we can get to a point where we're... let's do a good stockpile of steel to start with. Does say to ask Hot Springs for help. Here we go. Sorry that you caused a clash with New London. If you help us, we might be able to support you later in your struggle. We're grateful you can help setting up basic healthcare and building bunkhouses. We lack manpower and resources to do this by ourselves. We dread that we won't survive on this. Okay, we'll think about it. Okay, so what have we got here? Okay, great. So let's just pause that a second. feeding people, search Frostland for other settlement. 19 days. Provide basic homes to supply the workforce. Let's get some food. It's all food. That's a good deal. 30 or less. Steam core and that pump. Helping hands. Let's get these guys working for the rest of the day. And maybe research bunkhouses. I think go with something cheap and we'll start building a couple of bunkhouses here. Actually, let's go and send that as well. How is our economy? Right, we're losing coal, so we need a bit more people on coal. Only 40 wood a day, nice chunk of steel a day. We've got 11 vacant beds, plus another 10. Okay. Building, once heavily damaged, has been repaired to provide some protection against the weather. Smoke is billowing from a makeshift chimney. Survivors. We knock and armed people answer the door, but they lower their weapons to ensure them of our peaceful intentions. We soon find out that they're the last hope. They are emancipated, hungry and sick, and their supplies are running out. We learn from that the previous inhabitants of this place were killed by wild animals. Let's take them back. So, that's how many people? 30-ish. So we have plenty of beds, so that's okay. There's New London's people. Outpost. Excuse me. Outpost administration. Are we free? Now that New London no longer controls our affairs, many people say they feel free for the first time in their lives. True, we lost our guidance and support, but we gained independence. We don't have to do bid and ask permission to cook soup. We can pass our own laws and decide what to do. There's a petition to change the name of our settlement, since we're no longer an outpost. Should we do it? Yeah. New Glasgow. What a perfect name. Independence from New London. And we have the laws. Bit annoyed about this one though, because I would have liked to have done that one. I like doing the engineer apprentice. First thing you do, you build a pub. Right, so let's get to the next day. We have more people incoming. We've got some houses, bunkhouses being built, so they should be warmer there for some people. Hungry were fed as well. Awesome, we've got some more food coming in. Tesla City, and right, so we'll send our guys on first. Let's send them out. No, that's this. In case these guys have. No, that's fine. Tesla City. Yes, Tesla City wants to do a testament to the technology, human pride, and the power of nature written in silence and stillness. The city, founded by a genius inventor who once provided some kind of electric dome, fell into complete ruin. The most valuable resources were taken out before the Great Storm, and only packs of hungry rats roam the streets. It may be worth searching this place again. People might watch out just for rats, but anything really appears looks dangerous. We had to try. We got lucky. We survived and found some valuable resources. Whew. Right. That public house. So we send some people out that way. Some more wood. Right. Let's engineer there. Let's put him into there. Put him into there. Put wood there. And that'll be the last of our wood. So it looks like we'll just be sort of mining for steel, and we'll have to trade for wood as well, actually. Because I don't see any. Never actually seen some wall drills in the resources, did we? So no point in any doing that one. Okay, right, let's crack on. Let's get the pub open. Public house has been erected in accordance with new law. People are anxious to let Steve in the new house of respite. So let's see if we swap to this. What do we get? 5 steel per day, which is 50 per day. But we also get a steam core. We do have the boost. Not enough wood. Right, let's add on that. We can just make them a bit more efficient. Yeah. Gonna go up to 20, down to 10. Up to 20, down by 10 again. Back down to where we are. So we'll be alright. Stay warm. It'd be nice to see actually how long it would take to get one steam core. You guys get back to work in there. So we got 500 wood. You guys have got quite a few. I might send you back after that Mirror Lake. You're going to reach. Although we found warm springs on Frostpunk previously, this time we've sadly included ourselves. Sunlight is reflected on the surface of the ice, probably due to the temperature gradient on there. There's nothing we see here. Victims colony. It seems like people there. We have a new law. And I'm not going to sign them just now. Let's do some more. Sign a memorial. We can send these guys. Still got plenty left.
Shift over. Remember to stow your tools.
Build 3 houses. 3 bunkhouses. Alright, I've got time to build them up before bedtime. Onto that good station, please. I forgot we can actually build more because we do get the reduction. Let's put that actually, let's pop that in there. build it that way as well. Out of steel, and we're out of wood. Actually, let's not do that just yet. Scouts have reached the victim's quality. This is definitely the former exile colony. It seems to have some new inhabitants. When we approach the palisade, we notice that the gate is ajar. We enter cautiously and see ourselves surrounded by silhouettes of people wandering aimlessly among the settlement buildings. They react to our presence only when we try to talk to them. It seems that these people have lost everything and everything in the Great Storm, even the will to live. We could try to move them to our outpost, but even if they agree, we'll have to escort them. We had to try. Some survivors, but unfortunately not all, saw the sense when we were proposed to move them to our post. Maybe they can recover over time. They packed their meagre belongings and set off with us. Okay, so we have 27 people incoming. We've only a couple more beds, which we should get by the time they get here, because that's a day in 2 hours. See some food. Hot Springs. Your people want to build a medical post in our settlement. It's not necessary in our opinion. I'm pretty sure you asked for one. We have our ways of healing. The aura of the springs is a cure in itself. We don't trust engineers and their mechanical ways of thinking. And we'd rather not have them around. You could help us in many other ways. As you wish. We can send more people over there as well. Let's get the temperature up for everybody. The temperature being higher, we can stockpiles, we can actually turn off. Well, let's leave that comfortable. That's okay. Medical post on, let's get that down. Let's save a bit of coal. Almost reached there, and we're going to research. Right, let's do this first. Goods station. This is a small goods station built on the crossroads. The routes lead north and toward New London, north and northeast, and east towards Mountain. Nothing here, move on. Whatever the warehouse contains did not belong to us. Well, it no longer belongs to anybody, so we broke into it. As expected, we found some canned food and frozen meat inside. Both will be certainly useful for us. Isolated camp. Take resources. Right. Don't have enough wood to boost. And we do. Don't have enough wood to do research. Like that, steam lorries, that looks pretty cool down there, but we can't get there yet. Fishing burners. Fever. Sir, a fever is spreading among our people in Hot Springs, but the locals refuse to treat them in medical posts. They say that the fever is merely a consequence of our unnatural lifestyle. They offer some herbal remedies. We could threaten these nuts to make them listen to raise interhope now, break line and so on. Let's hope it'll pass. Get a good couple of steam cores out of this one as well. Sorry you guys, I'm actually just going to keep working for the next 24 hours.
Enjoy your free time.
Right, because we can send pump renovation. We send the people. Oh look, we sent some sick people. We see tents surrounded by barbed wire fence and several people, probably guards, patrolling the area at a considerable distance from the camp. Victims of the epidemic. After we took a closer look, it turned out this is a quarantine centre belonging to New London. Apparently our former home was affected by some epidemic and they tried to suppress it and it been infected here, far from the healthy population. We decided to stay clear of this place before the guards noticed our presence. Deep fracture. I would be tempted to see what that would happen. So we got some 60 more food. Temperature's going to drop again, so we'll probably turn back on the braziers. And we're wood. We've only got 400 wood left, so we desperately need to find somewhere that we can get some wood from. It'd be nice to employ more people in here. I suppose they only have so much room that they can actually stay in. I'm going to say moonshine. Do moonshine first. Scouts number 1 have returned safely to the city. Right, oh, pause. Right. We need one house. Right, we've got some sick people. Let's build medical post. We could plan that there. So we need to send you guys back out, do we? High pass. Send them out south. Get these guys circling around there. Got food incoming.
Brace yourselves.
Temperatures dropping. Get a fishing burner going.
Sun's up. Gird your loins for work, people.
Right, and I think we have engineer in here, which we don't need. Sketch reached a deep fracture. Stand on the edge of a large crevice. We established that the crevice extends beyond the ice sheet, deep into the rock. It could be the result of tectonic movement, but rock might have cracked under the weight of the ice. It's so deep that pieces of ice thrown into it vanish without any echo. It's also quite wide, it would not be able to cross over. Snow rock. don't think. So what's that? Probably better go with the steel coal thumper. At least our people will keep warm. We could probably trade coal to the people. Coal and steel. Right, let's get some of these people healed. Can we send a shipment? Pump repair. I'm gonna go to the next level. To the high pass.
Shifts over. Leave your workplaces in order.
Oh, wait a minute. Raw food. So that is like they're sending us like bread. Okay, scouts reach the snow rover. We found the rusted wreck of a snow rover. The frozen corpse of the driver was still inside. Such rovers were used to scout ahead of expeditions, but never alone. It's too dangerous to travel in Frostland in such a small craft. This means that some convoy has passed here long ago, probably in a hurry. Otherwise, they'd be taking the body to bury it. Trailer wreck. Can we get more scouts? Not after this level. What can we get after this one though? Efficient gathering. Heater upgrade, efficiency upgrade, that might be handy. Probably the infirmary actually, we should maybe go for the infirmary. There's always choices for this. It's like, do we go with this or do we go with that? Shipment has reached hot springs. This is urgent. We need your immediate assistance. A geyser has erupted, causing damage to the crops and many injuries among both yours and our people. Ours and your people. The burn victims saved need advanced treatment to survive. We don't have the proper technology we ask if we should have. We never needed it before your arrival. We need to send the victims for your treatment, although it's dangerous due to the severity of the burns and distance. We await your answers. We'll take care of them. Probably if we had enough wood, we could have probably built an infirmary at their place. But so be it, we have 10 people incoming in 10 hours. We'll have the space for it, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. High pass. As we hoped, we found our past legion safely to the other side. There's also a sheltered place here where we could rest for a while. Partly, not only we found this pass to be a convenient way over the mountains, bonfires remain another evidence to test that people camped here, however they all seem old. Collier of the Dead. You guys will be reaching over there in 3 hours. What day has begun? Trailer wreck. A heavy freight trailer stuck in ice crevice, such vehicles used to haul land dreadnought. Memory of giants. Looking at the massive bulk of the trailer, we can't help but marvel at the power of the land dreadnoughts which roamed Frostland before the Great Storm, bringing scores of people north. Where was this convoy headed? Alas, we won't find out. The storm has raised all their traces. Right, we've gone quite far. How long? A day. Then we'll send you back out towards ice caverns. How long will it take to get there? 2 days. Right, no, let's send you back home. Don't need to trade just now. We got 10. Okay, do we need the infirmary to treat them? We've heard that the burn victims arrived at your settlement after a long and exhausting journey. We're horrified to learn that almost half of them died on the way, and the rest is in a critical state. Please help them immediately or they'll die too. Establish a safe and fast connection between your settlements which help prevent such tragedies in the future. Our people might distrust technology, but we can see its uses. We offer you steady food shipments every 2 builds if you build a safe route. 5 people have died. So I take that as if I build that, they'll give us food every 2 days. Handy. We need the infirmary, please. Can't click that. Children's plea. Captain, we found a boy frozen in the bone in the cemetery next to Fresh Grave. He must have been there for hours. He wants you to call an emergency meeting. He says that if you agree to it, his mother will wake up to attendance. Hope false light. Right, we have allows inspection. Right. Get that built. Let's also get another one of them built. Another one of them built. Scouts have reached Couloir of the Dead. As we get closer, it turns out that these are not rocks but huge rusted cages. There are frozen bodies inside, and some lie around the cages as well. These people were killed some time ago. The frozen bodies have been partially scavenged by animals. They lie scattered without any semblance of order or respect. If we had any doubts whether the bodies were thrown here deliberately, a sign of the entrance of the guilty dispels. No man will have the rule over others for all time. Convicts of Frostland. These are probably bodies of the overseers who guarded convicts working on the Frostlands, and now the cages were used to transport convicts from place to place. Shipwreck. Camp and frozen sea. Oh, okay. That's going to cost a lot, considering we have 200 wood. I can't get the wood down there, can I? Nope. Radical treatment, I think. Okay, right. Hot springs. While your safe route is being established, we need to reduce the risk of the next eruption. Your engineers want to flood the caves to stabilize the flow. This shall stop eruptions and might give us bigger crops, but would also destroy the cave moss we are using miles sedative. We strongly prefer you drill a borehole to lower the pressure. Eruptions will still happen from time to time, but such is nature. Hot springs will display raw food shipments will rise by 10, overflow direction will be unlocked. Let's keep them happy. Right. Let's get you guys working in there. It's not a day yet before you guys get here. We've got 15 days left. Frozen sea, we stand at the edge of fields of ice waves stretching to the horizon. This must have been a seashore before the sea froze during the storm. The sight is truly amazing. You can see some shapes rising above the waves on the horizon. A ghost ship. So shipwreck camp.
Wrap up well. Frost is here.
Turn on the medical post, turn on that. Turn on that. It's going to be freezing in here. When it starts working, it should be alright.
The shift's on. Head to your workplaces.
Still chilly, that's warm enough. People's houses aren't. Some more cozy, so that's okay. It's chilly. And we've got the coal. Just don't have anything else to go with it. Farmer researched. A bit late, but we don't need it. Come on, one more. Law, which we're probably going to sign. Extended shift. Which you guys are going to do, and unfortunately you guys are going to do as well. We're really grateful for all the work and supplies you provided. We'd like to ask to solve an issue though. Your people are disturbed by the sight of our dead. These frozen bodies we store to compost later. We want to build a cemetery and bury them like the old times. This is not our way. We want to respect the wishes of our dead to be returned to the circle of life, not trapped in the permanent frost forever. Will you help us prepare a composting pit for them? Yeah, we'll help with the composting pit. However, we need wood. How do I get wood? We need to settlement built around the shipwreck. We guessed that before the arrival of Frost there must have been a sea here. The settlement is populous, with its inhabitants meet us with distrust and even hostility. No kings, only men. Convicts were widely used in Frostland to build generators. Deceived by false promises of amnesty and return home, most of them were worked to death, carried on prison ships from one construction site to another. Some of them have rebelled, and these we met here were successful. They killed the guards, took over the ship, and set up their own settlement away from London's power. The hull of the ship is heated by steam boilers to protect them from the great storm. You know what we could do? We too have rebelled against their masters. They seem to warm up to this. Great news. We can send a trading depot here. Right. Do we have enough to send a trading? Let's send a trading depot to these guys. Cost us all of our steel and wood.
Work's over. Rest your weary bones.
Now let's carry on the rest of the day. Cold homes. Some people are concerned about the low temperature in their homes. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold. Let's heat the homes. Let's get that last smidge over. We'll swap over to steel in there. Can we send a shipment out? No, we cannot. We got some food incoming though. Some amputees as well. Nice bit of steel there. Scouts have returned safely to the city. Let's send you out toward these ice caverns. So we have some food, raw food, steel. Can we send a shipment of anything? 10 people. Send them out as less people to feed. Oh, let's actually send that out. Actually checked that one. That's only just a little bit down steam lorries. 100 wood left. Oh, missed that completely over there. Ghost ship. It is indeed a ship trapped forever in the frozen sea. Its broken ice around it rises in dramatic waves. Food rations. The ship carried hundreds of convicts whose bodies still locked up in cells, but the crew did not abandon them. We found their remains in their quarters. There's still plenty of food aboard. We can take it, although we can't be sure what caused the death of the crew and convicts. Send them back. Kit house. explorers. It means people's houses should get warmer. Let's get that heating turned on. Should move. Let's turn that off. Right. Crumbling hut. Onto the ice caverns, please. Research. Gather and post installation. Yeah. Shipment has reached hot springs. Let's do the borehole. Oh, it's not yet. Right. Shipwreck camp. Shipwreck camp. Thanks to this trading depot you built, we can help each other survive. One more thing. What's up, Glasgow? How can we help you? We lack some basic facilities and we need them badly. We'd really grateful if you could assist us with establishing basic healthcare, food production. We need a better way of collecting resources. We won't survive long. Can you send some wood? Okay. So here's our wood. With so little food available, a proper cookhouse can make a big difference by reducing waste. Yes, let's send steel. I'll get some wood. So these are the guys that we trade wood with. I think we just found them just in time. Provide healthcare, engineers and steel. Improve the acquisition of resources. Okay. You help us, we help you. Three, two, one. Bye. Right, so what else do we need to do in here? Shipments en route.
It's time to rest. You earned it.
Let's. So we get these are some prosthetics. More scouts, don't have them. No point going any further down this because we don't have any more sort of wood to actually go for. Let's keep our people in here nice and warm. Got plenty of food. What have we got incoming? Wood, food, outgoing. Wood and borehole. Shipment has reached hot springs. So they should be happy. That should have done that. Right, we can actually build a care home. Wasn't in range of that, but clearly we can't, so is there another one we can get in range of? No, we can put it here. In worst case we can build a bridge there. Okay. Our scouts have reached ice caverns. The caves might be the shelter of wild animals, but it's possible that some people hid there. Anyway, we have weapons with us. The last research. In the caves, we find frozen human corpses torn apart by wild animals. By the bodies, we find boxes with documents containing results of scientific research we cannot comprehend. There's no trace of animals, and there's nothing interesting here. Take the resources and move on to the station ruins. We have built a care house. And we have heaps of wood now. Right, so we just need steel, which we're just mainly producing. So what can we send your way? Let's give them that as well. Then trade with these guys to get some food, and then send it on to these guys if required. But if we give them 5 engineers,
The shift's on. Head to your workplaces.
our scouts are back. Okay. Let's send them falling out this way. We've got food. You guys can eat. Let's take you 5 and provide healthcare. That's done. Do infrastructure repairs when we get to 60. Done. Hot Springs, last office. So one of our people in Hot Springs has died and locals want to use his body as crop fertilizer. They should let the two with their own dead. I have one of his friends on the line. Hello sir, they want to compost Frank. They're sick, so sir, please don't let them do it. They will take offence, but death their feelings. You could do your own people, but if our people want to be buried, then our people get buried. Our favour is still high. So that's okay. We're sending more stuff on its way. I wonder, can we build? It's not highlighting as being in range. Station ruins. The tall building of the meteorological station erected by Winterhome engineers did not survive the rainstorm. Fall from high. Thick snow covers the broken walls and collapsed roof. Only masts with this old scientific equipment rise above them. What raw materials can still find it not worth the effort wrenching from them under the ice? Winterhome and the steel bridge. Let's send you guys onto that. You guys faster if we send you on to there. Just need to tick of that to get efficient resource gathering. I'm gonna run out of wood. Ball Mountain. Just a lot of achievement there. We have 10 people. So just need some steel. Another we're going to get today.
Your workday is over. You're free to your quarters.
Sign that.
New law has been signed.
What's that around? Okay, we're going to have a temperature drop. We're coming and going. Wood and food. Shipwreck camp. We know you have your own problems, but we have no one else to turn to. A disease is spreading among our people, and some of them will die if they don't get medical help that we can't provide. They would just travel into your settlement if you agree to cure them. In exchange for your help, they're willing to stay and work for you. They're great workers, more willing to pull their weight after they recover. Let's cure them. And Winterhome ruins. The ruins of a city brought down by an inept rule of a selfish and incompetent leader. Was that me in the last episode? And finally destroyed by the explosion of his badly operated, irreparable damaged generator we didn't think we'd ever return to. There is some food and wood and steel. Those who managed to flee Lothler left long ago and have no idea what happened to them. Apart from some of the evacuated children who found shelter in New London, Winterhome has become a monument to the human ignorance and hubris, and its destruction has been completed by nature. The great storm covered the ruins with snow and ice. Only the regular pattern of mounds and depressions remind us that the white shroud covers the work of human hands. Children's mine and destroyed all of the time. Well, I'm guessing that'll be a settlement. So let's leave them till a bit later and that's just coal hole. Okay, improve the heating as well. Just going to remind myself of that one. So, cost 50, 12 hours. Cool down on it. Let's actually dismantle that, and that can be dismantled down to there. Turn the heat on that actually. And I'm going to put a little cut in here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more.